Hi everyone, this is Michelle again with Purposeful Happiness, and I have another journal that has finally been completed. It is a 8 3/4 by 5 3/4 size book, and it has a chipboard overlay, hand painted, and the cover is made with hardboards, of course, and some mixed media on the back, a little dragon eye and a skeleton hand. This book has about 200 pages in it and a hollow back binding, as you might be able to see here, but it has 6 signatures, and we will just get right to it. I painted this book all in one piece, so you can tell when it's laid out that the book just went straight across like a piece of canvas. And that's usually what I do with my hardboards if I'm going to be painting a book. So I just did a sari silk tie, went through my stash and tried to pull out a whole bunch of purple and black pieces. The lady that I made this for asked for everything purple, so that's what you'll see in here. And there's some authentic ephemera, there's some digital kits, just a little bit of everything in this particular journal. And I usually have a lot of empty writing spaces in mine. Some feathers. And this is just sewn onto the bottom here. And just a apothecary label. And this can be made into a journaling card or set there. I just wanted to put it in for the person who will have it to put it wherever they want. I found some purple vellum. What's in there, and then I took some acrylic paint, and you'll see that on a number of the pages, with water, and then sprayed it down to get my purple color, and I used the same colors that I used on the cover to make these pages, and I did it just like I would a tea dyed paper. More blank pages, and I believe that's just another blank page. Luise's books of her unusual critters, which I had to put into here. This looked like a perfect page for that book. And a journaling card, and this just flips open with a couple of witch recipes, rat stew, pumpkin hot pot. So that's just a flip down. And an old book page, The Widow's Broom. And I used this is a paper bag page in here, and I do like using the paper bags in the journals. Here's the other side of that digital kit. Another black. These are both empty. Then just a little file folder index pocket. Some more of that painted paper with the vellum. And again, just sewn on with an edge. And this is a piece of cardstock in here in case they want to add pockets or something more. And that is the first signature. This one is a little tricky, and I decided to put in for the person who I'm sending it to a pull button or tag, because it's hard to tell that this is a moving piece without it. And so that is that, and it just has a little bit of ephemera, digital kits, and probably you all can recognize which kits they are. My Porch Prints and Shabby Dabby Doodah and Lorna Taylor are all in here, and Luise. And here is just an x-ray and a journaling card in the pocket. Some lace on the side. And of course, I had to include one of the Harry Potter newspaper pages. And here is just a black insert. And what I thought they could do here is I may come back and add a plastic sheeting to this so that it becomes its own pocket slide. So I may go back in and do that. Some book pages. This is from The Wizard of Oz. And again, more painted paper. And here's just a belly band with a little journaling card tucked in. More blank pages. As big as the book is, I do try to leave a lot of blank spaces. It's just a long tag and a paper bag sewn over the edge of the page. So there are 2 tags in here. Some more lace with just a little tab on the top and a bead. The other side of that slide page. And in here I have, this one's out of the Tim Holtz collection, but it is fortune teller cards, some basic journaling cards, and then I threw in a handmade cabinet card to go in with it. And I may put a little black around that and make it a little more appropriate for this journal. And I was really happy to still have this in a stash. So it is just an old postcard with a mansion on it, and it looks perfectly creepy to me, so that's included. And on the back side of here, and this was the Shabby Dabby Doodah kit, there are a couple of journaling cards and some ephemera, refreshment tickets. Put this back in. And just some black cardstock. And I found some vellum with some leaves and other things printed on it, and decided that would work perfect in this journal, and that has the fringe on it. And that fringe came from Joann's during the Halloween sale last year. Or that purple paper, some onion paper, some texture, and then here is just an envelope, and in here I just have a little page from a children's book. Let's stick this back in. You can tell there's a lot of empty space, but I do that on purpose. Just a little stenciled image of one of the cats. And that is the second signature, I believe. And I like to put in these little U-line pockets and just stick little pieces in. And so these are just pieces that I made or printed, and they'll go right back in. Perfect to stuff pictures or something else that somebody would want. And I just realized that looks like I spilled water, but it was supposed to be a broom that's stenciled on this page. This is the one that I crocheted the edge on, and it turned out great. I really like the way that it adds dimension to that page. And here is just a coloring page I included, and a pocket altered paper clip. But the tickets stick out so far, I had to drop it down a little bit into a shorter page. Make sure I get that on right. Yep. And an anatomy book page. More onion paper. I always like the music paper in my books. It just adds some character to it. Here's the other side of that anatomy book. And another just journaling spot, and I just folded this and dropped it right over the top. Part of it is I could just go crazy and keep adding and adding, but I really try to limit myself so that whoever receives the book can add pictures of their own. And this is a kit called the Witch's Wallpaper, Vintage House Wallpaper, and I really enjoyed that kit. And here is just a little notepad. I just put on some blank paper and I sewed it just directly to this page. And this is that paper bag paper again. And some script. And here I did the crochet on the top edge of the book. And another piece of cardstock. And with this I just printed out this book cover and then cut a slit here with some eyelets, and then I made a pocket. I included a little bit of packing tape on this pocket flap so that it didn't tear as I was bringing this booklet in and out. And so that's what that is. And I'll just sit right in there. An owl page. I have black paint all over my hands, so band-aids from sewing the pages in. This book caused quite a mess in my workroom this weekend. And here is more of that purple paper. And I did my own take on the specimen card. Takes a little practice, but that's what that is. Just a little beetle out of the Tim Holtz collection, and with a little tag on it. And so that's just dangling on there. More blank paper and the bird page. And here is just a little die cut of a witch's hat. I just used the Cricut and cut out some pieces that I wanted to use in these books. And I did not realize I put a hole through both pages. So what I'll do is we'll just keep filming, then at the end I'll put it on one page and add another charm. And this is the Luise Heinzl, and I'm probably saying her name wrong, kit, her vampire kit. Digital curio paper. This is just a little piece of printed ephemera, and I just put it on to use as a little flip out. And I have been making these page, I guess, signature inserts by mass making them. And it's been really helpful when I want to add just a little extra notebook, and I'll show you more of the purple paper. Here is a photo that I received at an old garage sale. And so I just folded that right in the middle. More paper. And here's the back side to that signature insert. So what I've been doing is I create a booklet and then use the back of that booklet to attach to the signature page. And then on this side, we have all of the empty pages to flip out. But on this side, I leave room for a pocket. And this is just a little paper bag booklet that I decided to put together. Another one of those. This one's a mini paper clip pocket. We'll just stick that right back in. And then there's just random pages in here. And let's put it like that. And then there's another pocket on this back side, and it will just slide right into this pocket and hold right there. And then that's the grimoire book, and it just opens up to a blank page. And then more of the fringe with the little skull charm. And then I did something a little bit different for the back cover this time. Looks like there's a little bit of glue I'll have to fix. I wanted to do a flip open or a flip piece on this one. So this just simply looks like a file folder, and then I can flip it open, and there is my library card, and it just has one of the rub-on titles for it. And then here I just made another pocket out of the punch board for file folders. And that is the end of this book. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, because I went through that fairly quickly, please feel free to comment or contact me directly, and I'll let you know what I used or where you can find anything that I had in this one. Thank you.